Good Friday afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom. It's what we've been waiting for. Ridge of high pressure built across the region last night. You may have noticed that it was pretty cold out there. Temperatures dipping down into the 30s in a lot of spots. We had some frost down towards the south, but small price to pay for what is going to be a marvelous evening across the Pacific Northwest, and we get to carry it into part of the weekend. So enough of me. Let's take a look at this. This is a camera we've got focused from Tacoma on Mount Rainier. This is real. This is not a postcard or a painting. This is the effect of high pressure across the region. It's just beautiful, and more of that on the way. You know what? Since I'm on a roll, let me show you Bellingham. Now, there is some high cloud cover out there. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but for the most part, it should be a gorgeous but filtered sunset across the region. If you are planning on heading up to the north, i.e. Skagit County this weekend, well, the Tulip Festival is going to be marvelous, both Friday evening and on Saturday. Fantastic stuff. We're talking about low to mid 60s, maybe even some upper 60s, but as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, rain will return on Sunday as a new system moves in. We'll take a look at that in a moment. So here are your weather headlines. We're calling it a brief warm wave because, well, it's not going to be hot, but it's not going to be cold either. In fact, in the weather business, it's what we call Goldilocks weather, just right. Spring-like conditions around for a limited time only, so 60s and 70s and t-shirt weather both Friday and Saturday, and then as you saw a moment ago, rain and cooler temperatures from Sunday onward. So as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, pretty much helping me to tell that story. We peak on Saturday, and again, Seattle Metro could get close to 70 degrees. Some of our spots down south most definitely will. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. Then we get knocked back down on Sunday. Another system on Tuesday reinforces that and really cools us down. 57 is the average, so you notice we'll see that on Sunday and again next Friday, but yeah, touching down at 52 on Tuesday to just remind you that you're in the Pacific Northwest. Take a look across the nation. Something fascinating going on right now. You notice how deep that trough is, or that blue in the center of your screen. In fact, snow in Denver right now. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but you can see some very strong dividing lines, almost 80 degrees in Phoenix, meanwhile 54 in Dallas, but just on the other side of that frontal boundary, 78 in Houston. You know what that means? Severe weather, and we've been tracking a good bit of it this week. In fact, I believe this is the third day in a row that we have seen watches and warnings pretty much along Tornado Alley. So you can see coming out of Dallas and all the way up towards St. Louis and Chicago, we've got some severe weather. In fact, I'm taping this on Friday afternoon just before 3 o'clock. A couple of things to point out here. The bright green that you see just beneath Cincinnati, those are flood watches. Everything you see in that really dark red, like near St. Louis, those are flood warnings. And again, this has been going on for several days. So we're talking about generational flooding. That's a fancy way of saying that this is the type of flooding that happens once in a generation. And then those really bright reds that you see just to the side of and above Texas, or Dallas there, excuse me, those are active tornado warnings that are in effect on this Friday afternoon. And again, it's the third day in a row that I've been tracking these. This is that time of year where we see systems spin out of Colorado, and as they do, they pull up that warm, humid air from the south, and that cold air, that warm air interact, and it just creates severe storms. Literally, that line runs from Dallas to St. Louis and will through the rest of the night. Speaking of the center of the country, this is what's going on over top of Colorado right now. For the second day in a row, we are seeing some snow just outside of the Denver metro, and a lot of that kind of pushing up into the Rockies up and above. Not unusual for this time of year. In fact, it'll snow into May sometimes there. Current radar shows no snow or rain or really anything across the Pacific Northwest today. That ridge of high pressure really making its presence known, and we're taking full advantage of it. Now, what you'll notice is it's not perfect. There are some high clouds out there, and the GOES 18 satellite helping to illustrate that as this new system that's moving in on Sunday comes in. It does have some clouds out in front of it, so should make for some really interesting sunsets both Friday and on Saturday night. Put the future into motion here. There's those high clouds that again will just basically be along and west of the Cascades as we go overnight into Saturday. Not really expecting much in the way of fog, so if you want to get up and out early, get out and enjoy. We're going to do our best to keep it dry all day long, but after sunset, we will see some showers that will start to push in pretty much along the northwestern tip of the Olympic Peninsula and then down towards Westport, Grace Harbor County as well. Now, as we go overnight into Sunday, okay, here comes the first round of rain. This is right around 8 a.m. and as you can see, That's what we call stratiform rain. It'll be fairly steady and periodically heavy, especially in places like Mason County. And then as we go towards the afternoon, it'll kind of break up a little bit. So this is 2 p.m. on Sunday. Again, we'll see lots of showers basically across the southwest interior. Looks like Puget Sound will catch a little bit of a break. Skagit, Whatcom, unfortunately, it looks like it will be showery there. Again, the Tulip Festival will be a bit soggy. By the time we get to 5 p.m. or the dinner hour on Sunday, the second component of that system moves in and widespread rain is expected that will be fairly steady through the night Sunday into Monday. You notice snow levels starting to drop down now as well. They'll get down to about 4,000 feet. So not expecting any past impacts, but maybe some new snow in the Cascades and the Olympics would be good. All right, Monday morning we start off kind of quiet, and then here's how it plays out in the long term. So again, backing things up a little bit. System pushes through on Sunday. Then on Monday is kind of the transitional day. That next beefier system moves in on Tuesday, and this one's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, and that drives temperatures down a little bit. Ridge of high pressure builds in on Wednesday, but it's a fairly weak one that won't last long. So current forecast models, and remember this is about a week out, currently have another system punching through on Thursday that will continue to reinforce those cool temperatures. Speaking of cool temperatures, clear skies equal cool skies, so not as chilly as it was last night. Remember, places like Chehalis got down close to the freezing mark, but overnight Friday into Saturday it will be cool out there with some upper 30s and some mid 40s in spots. 43, a very popular number. Mount Vernon, Everett, Seattle, Bremerton, Tacoma, and Quileute, and Friday Harbor, all in that 43 zone. And then here's the great news. Take a look at high temperatures on Saturday. Up towards Mount Vernon, the Tulip Festival, Cedar-Woolley getting close to 70, 61 in Friday Harbor, 65 in Blaine. Monroe, Gold Bar, we're going to just upgrade you. Let's just call that 69 to 70 and get out there and enjoy. 66 in Linwood, 61 in Oak Harbor, 67 in Enumclaw. Auburn gets to 70, Renton gets to 70. Issaquah, again, we'll upgrade you and call that 70 as well. Edenville, you getting an upgrade. JBLM, Tacoma, Tenino, Olympia, yeah, let's just call that 70. Puyallup legitimately at 71. Castle Rock and Longview there as well. Now you'll notice along the coast it'll be a bit cloudier and cooler, so we'll upgrade you in Long Beach. Let's just call that 59 to 60. We'll get 60 in Ocean Shores. We'll get it in Claylock. Forks 65, but you notice as soon as you go to Nia Bay about 58. Port Angeles will be beautiful, but it will be cool along with Sequim. But if you head to Shelton, we're going to upgrade you along with Elma and call that 70 as well. So there you have it in a nutshell. It's a limited time offer, but it's a very good offer. So Friday evening, get out and enjoy yourself. Saturday, get out and enjoy yourself. Remember, the water is very cold right now. Resist the urge to swim because the rivers, the lakes, the ocean are still bitterly cold right now. It's very dangerous. Hypothermia is real. So again, go admire it, take a look at it, but stay away from swimming in it. But overall, it's fantastic news, and I'm happy to share it with you. So here we are, going into this Friday evening and a very warm and wonderful Saturday. Get out and make the most of it and enjoy. Make sure you join us on King 5 News tonight at 5, 6, and 11. Make sure you join us on Kong as well at 9 and 10. And as always, K5 Plus is always the place to get your latest forecast. Have a great weekend and enjoy.